Hey, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. I'm Adessa. As part of my self-care journey, I am sharing my personal workouts with you, and I'd love for you to join me. So I'm not a personal trainer or a medical professional, so please consult your doctor if you have any health concerns. So I'll be exercising 4 days per week as part of this 4-week program. We'll be doing low impact cardio blast, low impact legs and glutes, full body foundations, and stretch to restore. So let's dive in. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen.
Is Kenny Ferrer, and this is your low impact, high intensity workout. We're focused on just lower body today. We're gonna increase the intensity by increasing the reps or the intention behind each and every one of these moves. We're not gonna do anything too crazy. We're not gonna reinvent the wheel, but we are gonna have a lot of fun. You need 2 medium-sized weights, something that you can handle a deadlift and a squat with, and just some good vibes. That's really it. We're gonna get this started here with some step outs to a torso rotation, hands in front in 3, 2, 1. So step to the right, rotate your torso back in and to the left. Now, I like to ease my way into a workout, definitely get to those moments of higher intensity as we go along, but we don't gotta rush there. Right now you're thinking about really getting a good stretch in that mid-spine, thoracic spine rotation here. Feel a little engagement in your oblique structure, nice. In just about 5 seconds, we're gonna get into some air squats in 3, 2, 1. So hands are in front of you here, and we're just squatting down and back, driving your hips back like you're sitting on a chair behind you. Upper body is nice and tall, big old proud chest, smile on your face maybe, who knows? I never think it hurts, right? In just about 15 seconds, you have some good mornings into a calf raise. Now we're doing these 3 movements for 30 seconds each, and we'll go around again. Good morning to calf raise coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now hands behind your head. Good morning down in this hip hinge. You're warming up your hip hinge. Make sure you're really feeling it throughout your hamstrings. And then drive your glutes up, squeeze your butt cheeks at the top. So all the way back and then driving back to neutral. You don't want to hyperextend at the spine. Just get back to neutral and then back to it. Nice. So just keep your body moving here for another 8 seconds before we start to increase the intensity just by increasing the speed with control. In 3, 2, 1, hands in front. So it's a step out, step to the right, center, step to the left. And at this point, you might feel a little snap, crackle, and pop. And that's what you need to rock. That's totally okay. Excellent. You're trying to gradually accentuate your range of motion as you go about this so that when we get to the core structure, stabilizing those lower body moves, it's just firm and good to go. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, hands in front. Now we're right into those air squats. I'm not asking you to put the pedal to the metal here, just go a little bit faster. Get that heat stoked and fire it up, baby. We create really our entire lives based on perception, but we're not gonna get there yet. We create our warm-up with what we're putting into it, and the same is true for the rest of this workout. Just stay with it. You have 7, 6, hands are going behind the head. Good mornings, into a calf raise this time. 4, 3, 2, 1. So now, don't go super fast here, but hips back, drive forward, squeeze, calf raise at the top. It's a good morning world with a little bit of a bonus right there. Every single time, nice. Excellent. Really feeling the stretch, that longitudinal move. Think long legs, longitudinal. 7 seconds. You have 6, and we get a little transitional break in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a sip of water if you need it. We're going into this next circuit coming up. Great job so far. So I need you to grab both of those medium-sized dumbbells. 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off, continuous. And then from there, we're just gonna go 60 seconds a pop and not stop. And that's how the intensity rises, okay? So in about 10 seconds, I need you to hold on to both of those medium-sized weights right here, because we're starting out with suitcase step-out squats. Step to the right, back to center in 3, 2, 1. So first you go to the right, back to center. Then you go to the left, yeah, back to center. Nice. So another way you can increase intensity is by working those different planes of motion. So we're what's in called the frontal plane right now because we're going side to side. And the frontal plane doesn't get a lot of love. So we gotta make it happen, right? Make sure your upper body stays nice and tall, belly button tucked in. Core is super engaged. I don't know, if there's tension in your face, hopefully it's from a smile, not a scowl, but I'm not here to judge you, I'm here to help you. 5 seconds, get a little 15-second break in 4, 3, 2, 1, excellent. Got one of my favorite moves next, sumo hip drivers. So sumo stance position, toes are out, weights glued in front of you, shoulders back and down. From here, bend your knees slightly, drive your hips back, and then power forward. It's like in between a squat and a deadlift. 3, 2, 1, let's do it. All the way back, all the way forward. Now, I'll show you from the side. You see that my back stays flat the entire time. If you feel your spine start to curl in a little bit, I'm not even gonna get up from there. Make sure you correct your form, re-isolate. Every single time. Hips back, and then your hips drive forward, squeezing your butt cheeks at the top. Like you got a walnut in between them, and you don't have a nutcracker at hand, so you're just trying to crack open that walnut. Nice, 15 seconds. Remember, you get that prescribed break coming up, but it's always best to feel like you're earning it. Almost there. You have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So now, instead of that kind of in-between move, in between a deadlift, in between a squat, straight up deadlift this time. It's a transfer deadlift. Weights start in an RDL, shoulders back and down, drive your hips back, transfer to the suitcase position, right back up, and go back down in 3, 2, 1. So you always transfer and then come up. So you're starting and ending each one of these deadlifts from a different position. It's really important here to be cognizant of what's happening in your lower body, specifically in that LPHC, lumbopelvic hip complex. It's a part of your core, and it involves those hamstrings, glutes, and all of that internal musculature. Now, why is that important? Because you might notice subtle differences during each part of this move. And all I want you to do is cultivate awareness around them. You're doing great. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 15-second break. Now here is another great way of increasing the variable of intensity. This is high intensity training. We're gonna go straight through, no prescribed break, but if you need one, you take one. Starting with that step out squat set in 3, 2, 1. All the way out, back to center. So you just did each move for 45 seconds. So we're gonna take those 15 seconds, and you have 2 options. You can either take a little break when I tell you we're at the 45-second mark, or you can keep going with your pal Kenny, because I'm gonna be doing this the whole time. It's always up to you. And by the way, there's this kind of pervasive notion that more is always what we should get, it's always what we should be after. I don't know about that. I think efficiency, I think form, I think concentration is what we should be after. And you're at the 45-second mark. So you can either continue if it's right for you, or you can decide to take a little break. Either way, we're getting right into those sumo hip drivers coming up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet are in that position, nice and wide, toes angled outward, driving you back, driving forward. Excellent. Ooh. This one will sneak right into the outer glutes and be like, hey, remember me? Your outer glutes will be like, what? I didn't know you were coming to the party today. Of course. Come on, baby. It's lower body day. Outer glutes are always invited, but sometimes we gotta do a little bit more work to get them to come. Their outer glutes are kind of like that resistant friend that wants to be out with you, but you gotta work for it a little bit. I'm outer glutes. You have 8 seconds. 7, 6, optional break or keep going in 4, 3, 2, 1. It's up to you. I'm gonna keep going. If you wanna take that break, if that's what's right for you, honor yourself, honor your word. 8 seconds. 7, 6, we're gonna go right into those transfer deadlifts in 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, I'll show you from the side again. I'm gonna start in the suitcase this time. So driving the hips back, bringing them to the front, and then coming right back up. Now, in order to retain a flat lower back during these transfer deadlifts, it helps to think about your hips driving backward more than anything. It's not so much about your torso bending forward more than it is your hips driving backward. And I will tell you that after this movement, you're gonna get a little break. So it's up to you again as to when to stop and do what's right by you, baby. Come on. Low impact, high intensity, and high vibe. Let's just do this to boost your mood for the day. That's what workout does for me. 3, 2, 1, or keep going. It's up to you. Either way, we're all gonna take a break together in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a little sip of water. I'm gonna take my own advice. I need a sip of water. And we'll get going from there. So now we're gonna drop down to one weight. And we're gonna keep it pretty continuous here. So coming up, we're gonna start with a suitcase curtsy lunge. Weight is in the left hand, right leg is in front. You're coming back and across, and then right back up. We'll keep it going from there. 4, 3, 2, 1. This time, here's your level up opportunity. So now that we're only holding on to one weight, by default, some aspect of the intensity is a little bit lower, and that's cool. So we're gonna keep this as 60 seconds each move all the way through. The way you can increase the intensity is by really focusing on the muscles that you're working intentionally. So right now you wanna be nice and upright. Press through that outer heel on the right foot to come back to the upward standing position. For this first time you're doing this, if this is the first time you're doing a suitcase curtsy lunge, it might be, just make sure your body's under control. Control is always the basis, and that's where we build. You're doing great just by being here. Truly, you got 12 seconds, and we're going right into a suitcase kickstand deadlift. Sounds like a bunch of weird stuff, but it's not. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So now right leg is in front, left leg is in a kickstand. So all you're gonna do is deadlift down, get into an internal rotation, and then come right back up. So during that internal rotation, think about your left shoulder sort of turning inward towards your right ankle. And as that happens, push the pressure into your right outer glute. Every single time, think about we all know what the peach emoji means, okay? Think about plumping up the peaches every single time. Right into that outer glute, right back up. Now the good news here is that we're gonna stay in the realm of familiarity. Because all we're gonna do coming up is the same exact 2 moves on the other side. You ready for it? Here they come in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So now the weight is in the right hand, and we're gonna do those same exact moves, starting with the curtsy, suitcase reverse lunge. Shoulders are back and down, chest is proud. Big old smile on your face. I get those peaches down and fit on. You don't wanna take me to karaoke, it's a mistake. I don't drink alcohol, but I will be the most ridiculous person at karaoke. Pretty much guaranteed. Have fun with it, come on, 30 seconds. You're doing a great job. I just need you to persevere. Just need you to push. And sometimes pushing just means taking the next rep when you're a little bit unsure. I'm not asking you to make a giant change overnight or over the course of one workout. I am asking you to move with intention. Each one of these decisions have meaning because you have meaning. So follow up with the right action. You have 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So right into that kickstand. Right leg is kicked up. Weight comes onto that instep, and again, working that outer glute, and then you come right back up. So it's a single leg deadlift in which you're really isolating the hamstrings and the entire glute complex. Now, like anything else in life, you're gonna get out of this what you put in. So you can increase the intensity, remember, low impact, high intensity, a few ways. You can either go a little faster if your control permits it. You can emphasize the range of motion and get out of your comfort zone that way. Or you can really focus on the muscular contraction. There's that mind-body connection. When you think about the muscle that you're working as you're working it, all kinds of neural activity happens. And that's kind of boring talk for you make it better. 6 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So now, put the weight in the goblet position. Right leg is in front, left leg is behind. 2 pulse goblet squat. So come down, pulse, pulse, right back up. This is called the goblet split squat. So you split down the middle. I like to think of like a horse on a carousel with this one, just like kind of easy, whatever. But did you ever think what the horse was going through? You're about to. You're about to feel this one pretty quickly. Nice. So when I say pulse, I mean pulsing through the front heel. Even though it looks even from the side, all of your body weight is going through that front heel. Great work. You got 20 seconds. And just like we kind of leveled up that lunge variation by going from a curtsy to a split, we're gonna level up the deadlift and add an isolation in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. So weight is now in the left hand. So now come down in a balanced deadlift, hold the position for 2 seconds, slowly come back up, reset if you need to. I realize this is a hard move. If you want to do this without a weight, all the way down, right back up. By the way, one of the things I love about lower body workouts, you don't actually need a weight for any of these. You could be using a can of beans. As long as the intention is there, you're getting the work, baby. You got 25 seconds. Woo! This one's making me feel pretty perky, let me say. Just as a general, like in a good mood, you know? In 15 seconds, we're gonna do the same things on the other side, starting with that split squat with 2 pulses. In the goblet position, left leg in front, right leg behind. In 5, 4, 3, 2, let's get right to it. So now a great way to get into this position, just bring your right foot back as if you were in a normal squat. Pulse, pulse, right back up. Everything is going through that front heel 100% of the time. The rest of it is there for stability. The thing you want to avoid is your front knee migrating too far forward. No, that takes it out of the glutes. Your glutes are some of the strongest muscles in your body. So imagine you worked on them. Then what happens? What happens when we focus on increasing the vibrance of our existing bright spots? We find purpose, we find meaning, and we can amplify that in other people. Now maybe to you, I'm just doing split squats and having a chat, but for me, I'm also having a conversation. I care about you. I don't need to know about you to know that you're a human and that you're worthy of being your best. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Do the same version of this move you did on the other side. So if you drop down to one weight, or drop down to no weight, better yet, it's time to get rid of that weight. But if you held on for dear life, then keep it going right here. All of your body weight is going through that planted foot. And if it's tough to find the balanced position, you could just do a variation of the previous move too, just without the rotation, right? Either way, in 25 seconds you get a break, and then we get right into that finisher. And by the way, I just lost my balance, and that's normal. It's normal to lose your balance. It's normal to lose your footing and have to reset. So if you lost yours, you're not failing. You're pushing yourself. You're doing what you need to do. 8 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 of all moves, right? Excellent job. So all you have is a 1-minute finisher. It's gonna be progressive. So we're gonna start with pop squats. Let me show you what those are. Starting with your feet close together, pop out, tap in. Pop out, tap in. After these pop squats, you're gonna hold the lower position and get into a little bouncy pulse. After the bouncy pulse, we're gonna do hop squats, which is just staying here, hopping up. And after that, we're gonna get into explosive jump squats. I know it's a lot. Let's do it together. In 3, 2, 1. Pop it out, tap. So this is kind of the lower body finisher aspect, right? Baseline mindset, stay the course. Just do 1 rep at a time. We're not doing anything too crazy. We're not reinventing the wheel here. Intermediate mindset, maybe increase the speed, increase the volume. Advanced mindset, pour it all in. You're gonna hold it down in 3, 2, 1. Just a little pulse. So now, this is meant to sort of feed the existing flame of that glute, that quadricep, that hamstring engagement. But it's all in how you feed it, right? In 10 seconds, you're gonna get a little standing reset. I know, I get it. Me too, look at me. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand up, reset. Oh, Kenny, are we done yet? Almost. Hop squat. So all you're gonna do is come down, little hop. In 3, 2, 1. Right to it. Your final 15 seconds are gonna be, you keep going, an explosive jump squat. What that means is you go through the roof, baby, and I want you to take it home. In 3, 2, 1, up. I know, I get that your legs are on fire. I get that everything is on fire and you're questioning what you're doing right now. That's how you know you're in the right place. And I just need you to do it for another 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you so much for working out with me. My name is Kenny. I'll see you next time. Peace.
All right. So, how was that? That was a workout. So, low intensity is important so we can get the job done. And, watch them knees. And, what I always say is if they have modifications and you're new to this, just go ahead and choose the modifications. All right. So, until next time, thank you for joining me. This is Adasa signing out.